I see Betty.
You're on camera.
How do, darling? Uh-huh. Oh, let me get you guys.
Some time that you'll never forget right here.
All right.
Never forget.
You gotta go where?
Hey, Jack and Betty Lou. Sorry I have to leave. Off to a wedding.
All right. Jack and Joe, turn around.
Dennis, how are you?
Put faces together for Betty. Oh, look.
Do you have the fan in or out?
Look at the little. What fan?
Okay, good. Because it's
Whatever that
it's
means.
this because it's so hot and humid.
That's Dad, my father. And I think that's Jerry. And that's probably Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, Betty Lou, I don't see a picture of me, I'm leaving.
And then Brian's sister's from New Jersey.
I don't see a picture of me, I'm leaving. Oh, no, I'll be there.
And
We're all here.
and then Jack and his daughter.
There's Brian.
Terry.
Yes.
Jeffrey, there's me.
Colorado.
Is that William?
That's me, Wes.
Wesley?
Wesley. You got that on camera, right? See? I'm not lying.
What's the truth? What is the truth?
She.
What did she do? Again?
Again. After trying to kick the chair out from under me.
So, Lily, you need to be quicker. There are ways to deceive him that he doesn't know about. I'll tell you later.
Corbell is good champagne. Corbell is great. Yeah. Is this your gift? Oh, all right. You chose well. Why?
Oh, there it is. Let's zoom in a little bit. All right, got it.
Ojitos de agua, hermano. Hay colomitos inolvidables, inolvidables como las tardes en que la lluvia desde la luz.
Oh, Goyles.
That alone is probably close to 100 pounds. And that's just one bag. And then
Uno, dos, tres. Give me a thumbs up.
cooler.
All right.
Leaving the screws here, that's fine. Leaving the porch here.
Okay, girls. Any words of wisdom?
I will friends, right? All we need are bingo cards.
Tour of the coolers. We've got stuff there. All right, we're zooming in on the beer. And we've got more. All right. You did it. Good deal. Thanks.
Guadalajara, Guadalajara, Guadalajara.
Hello, love.
How you doing?
She's trying to hide behind me.
I am. I got easy.
I see a face.
Para subir al cielo se necesita una escalera grande y otra chiquita y arriba y arriba. Ay, arriba y arriba y arriba. Yo no soy marinero por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Para subir al cielo se necesita otra escalera grande. Otra escalera grande y más grandota y arriba y arriba. Ay, arriba y arriba y arriba te iré. Yo no era marinero. Yo no soy marinero, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré.
Cada vez que te cojo la cinturita se te pone la cara coloradita y arriba y arriba, ay arriba y arriba y por ti seré, yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán.
Pa' que sea mi cuñado se necesita que me des a tu hermana, la más bonita y arriba y arriba. Ay, arriba y arriba y arriba, yo no soy marinero, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré.
La dicha que un gallo tiene es tener muchas pollitas y a ninguna la mantiene. Ay, longo, el sombrero me lo quito y me lo pongo. Ay, longo, el sombrero me lo quito y me lo pongo.
Y longo es una negrita que se parece al carbón. Yo les digo que es bonita, tiene novios de a montón.
Ay, longo, el sombrero me lo quito y me lo pongo. Ay, longo, el sombrero me lo quito y me lo pongo.
Ay, longo, vamos al templo pa' que nos bautices, padre. No tenemos que casar,
hija de tu santa madre.
Ay, longo, el sombrero me lo quito y me lo pongo. Y
ay, longo, el sombrero me lo quito y me lo pongo.
Te pido de corazón que no me la pases. Debajo de esas dos cejas, qué bonitos ojos tienes. Ellos me quieren mirar, pero si tú no los dejas, ni siquiera parpadear. Malagueño. Saleron.
Brian. Doing good. Hi, Brian. She's got a cast on.
¡Échale, güerito!
Labios quisiera, labios quisiera desprecia, yo te concedo razón, yo te concedo razón, si por pobre me desprecias. Te ofrezco mi corazón, te ofrezco mi corazón a cambio de mis pobrezas.
down because this is the long one.
It's not as bad as you think.
Okay, good.
Right?
It's as bad as we think.
It started when I was a girl.
Back when I was 3.
I was raised.
Where's the poor black child?
Okay.
Oh, that's
Wait, I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, dear.
It's only like 45 font. I can't read this. Okay, we're here to celebrate several occasions, but primarily we are here to celebrate my parents' milestone birthdays. My mom, who turned 85 in March, and my bonus dad, who turns 90 in November.
Yep.
I'm going to start with the spring chicken first. My mom was originally born in Ohio and ended up migrating her way out here to San Diego with her parents, her and grandpa, and settled in Coronado originally, if I'm not mistaken, and then in various parts of San Diego. And through a stroke of luck, bought a home in San Carlos, a new neighborhood where my life dramatically changed for the better. And I'm going to get to that in a second. Like many families, we had our own language. So as far back as I can remember, according to my mom, her hair has looked like a hoorah's nest. I don't know what a hoorah actually looks like, but apparently it resembles my mom's hair before she goes to the hairdresser. Also, it must look something like this. If someone looks particularly disheveled, they look like a Ubangi. I also do not know what a true Ubangi looks like, and if there are actually any genuine Ubangis, then my sincerest apologies go out to them and their unfortunate appearance.
Accepted. Pause.
Stop. Hold it. Wait for it.
Unpause.
And it probably wasn't until I was in my 20s before I learned that Fitty is really pronounced 50. It was always Fitty.
Oh.
Anyway. And don't ask me to explain what a lone petunia and the lone petunia in the onion field, onion patch, means, because my mom will have to handle that one for you. I have no idea. Early on, when it was just my mom, my brother Ike, and I, finances were a little bit tight, but my mom always made sure that we felt special. And on paydays, she would always bring us home something. My fondest memories are a little small bag of M&Ms that Ike and I had each. We didn't have to share, it was each. And this may sound silly, but a box of pipe cleaners, a package of pipe cleaners, and we could just make up anything we wanted to. That was really special to us.
And clean your pipe.
If you wanted a perfectly lightly toasted grilled cheese, it was never going to happen at our house. After about 15 minutes of expecting it to arrive, I would call out to my mom, "Mama, is my sandwich ready?" And then you'd hear this, "Uh-oh," and then it was, she was sleeping it off.
Except for the time when they'd be carrying them in flames out to the fish pond.
That was the garlic bread.
Who would have known that about
The
Becky?
minister walking us in the doorway.
Oh, that was all.
At the same time, though, my mom didn't bat an eye over making pans of lasagna for my classroom and delivering it to school. Or in later years, my parents would deliver lunch for me and all my coworkers. So, Mom, I may be 57 years old, but I can't tell you how much it means to me to be your mom. If you ever needed a hero, which I often seem to, my dad is just the man for the job. as a teenager, I never seemed to keep on top of how much gas was in my car or to manage my time wisely.
Good thing you're at a gas station.
One time when I was a teenager, I was working at the Valley High. I had only enough gas to get to work. I couldn't get home after work was over, which was about 10 o'clock. And in typical teenager fashion, I hadn't properly planned to put sufficient gas in my car.
Yep.
Jack usually went to bed early because he got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to open the gas station to support his family.
Still does.
I know, right? And in those days,
Jack's like, that's not funny.
in those days there weren't cell phones. You couldn't sneak and call your friend to come get you. If you called, you woke up the entire house. So I called home. See if he would help me. He got up, he got dressed, drove an extra 30 minutes back to work, opened up the gas station, filled up a can with gas, drove it to the Valley High, filled up my car so that I would be safe. Through his patience, I learned also how to fish. Holding the line with my little finger so that I could feel the bite, then knock the fish on its head, and also clean it for dinner. I don't know how many girls can say that. I can.
Where has this been in Catalina all these years?
I know, that was in my youth. That's what you're for now.
Yeah.
Also, if you're ever in need of a perfect margarita, my dad is also the man for that, as he makes the best in San Diego.
Yes, he does.
In my little girl years, that was many years ago, my dad gave me the nickname Kitten. And I am grateful and proud to have been your kitten for close to 50 years. My dad originated, he's a native Californian, originated in the Los Angeles area, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
Is that correct? Los Angeles?
Yep.
And he's also a badass, as we were just talking about. And flew fighter pilots. Flew fighter pilots in the Air Force. He also lived, he was a pioneer, lived in Alaska for a while.
Traveled there.
Traveled there.
Traveled.
Alaska
Traveled.
a little bit.
Yeah, traveled.
He spent about 6 weeks up there.
He walked the Alcan Highway when it was only dirt.
Uphill both ways.
Still is here. As a poor black child.
Dana had a birthday a couple days ago. Colleen has a birthday in a couple days.
Yes.
Haley graduated from high school.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Haley.
Wonderful.
Carrie turns
Everybody
45.
laugh.
Sure. Carrie has a birthday in November. Devin recently graduated with his architecture degree. JC and Devin turned 30 this year.
Just happened. It's prime time Vegas in an hour and a half. Everybody's flying out. That's the honest truth.
This occasion is the first time in many, many years that all of us have gotten together. Lynn and I were chatting earlier. It's been really about 40 years since we have all been together at the same event.
Yep.
So, everyone who's traveled here. Lynn and Clay came from New Jersey. Dana and Carrie and family came from Colorado. Brian and Colleen came from San Francisco. And
Hey, we came from Alpine.
Same difference. And the expense to be here today. My Aunt Jenny was unable to make the trip because of health reasons.
Jack and Betty Lou, thank you very much for allowing us to have this party for you.
We appreciate the fact that you both lived for like 85 and 90 years or something more than we can only possibly hope for. And thank you for all of your support. And thank you for your love and affection. Love you.
Yeah,
Your
I don't
favorite
want
son.
to feel off that one now.
The check's in the mail.
They do.
Devin was taking a flight somewhere. I don't remember. He calls me. Mom, I can't get on the plane with my knife. So I hid it under one of the orange cones at the airport. So go pick it up.
Sorry, Devin.
This is after 9/11. I said, what? So Joe and I go. Joe's driving. Which way we go? We go down like idiots. We go down to the airport. And see the orange cone. You know, there's a certain number of pillars down. See the orange cone. So Joe, I think this is it. Stop and look at it. So this is, I'm not getting out of
You get out, you drop your purse, and then you start looking.
Stop. I get out of the car. I'm almost at the orange cone. And Joe, what happens?
As soon as she reaches for the cone, the intercom goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, please stay away from the cars. You're not allowed to keep your vehicle there." She jumped 20 feet in the air and I shit on the front door. I went, oh, I was ready to just leave her and go. Then she picks up this cone and there's a machete in it. So she picks it up. And I go, oh my God. There's no camera here at all. Nothing going on.
Next time, drop your purse. Drop your purse and then pretend it's
Took off and I just was praying and praying and praying.
After the license plate change.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is unlawful to leave your vehicle parked on the premises. Yes, I did. I was ready to leave her and say goodbye.
I think that was really good thinking, Devin. If I could grab your mouth or something like that.
We got it on.
Right, yeah, then he would have been
Make the phone call.
So that we weren't obviously picking up the eyes. You know, wrap it like
grabbing the handkerchief.
I'm not throwing this away. It's not like a Home Depot razor blade. I'm
I
throwing
need a
it
lot
out.
more of this spine with it. There's a way to do that. You do something flexible.
I was gonna source
Yes. Yes, yes.
Jackpot!
Might actually interpret. There's no Snickers on there.
There might be. Are you reading it? Okay.
The angels say, well, actually, they shall not. This is going to eclipse all others.
No, this hot tamale is going to.
This hot tamale is going to eclipse all others. Wherever we go, gave us extra polar ice.
Extra sometimes.
For margaritas.
Your sugar babies, even when we acted like butterfingers, airheads, you were always there for us. Pick up the Reese's Pieces. Now that's a
Lifesaver.
and worth way more than
I'm gonna take your show on the road.
when we were teenage nerds. You know, we made you Snicker. Snicker by clavicle. Or go there you go. We're not sure, but we are sure about being glad for all the good and plenty times we've had. We wish you a happy birthday, even though it's not, and happiness now and later. Where did you get all these crazy?
Rite Aids out of candies.
Oh, look at him.
Okay, Jack.
Happy almost birthday. We have that you know we love you through Reese's Pieces and appreciate all the kid and 20 times you've given us. Not to mention the beer. You're the type of dad that eclipses all the rest. So every rocky road, every whopper of a crunch, you were there to write a real lifesaver. We are sorry for the mounds of lost sleep, and because you, though you might have been concerned we'd turn off the zeros or nerds or airheads or even one of the musketeers. What's that? Okay, well, Brian did, but it was only for the short time. It's not to worry, we're a hot tamales now, not a Butterfingers bunch. As you look around you today, we hope it feels like a $100,000 payday. Whoops. I guess we're sorry that baby Ruth couldn't make it.
Sorry, man.
With love and kisses with now and later from your family with love.
I know. You guys did good.
Hold them up.
Hold them up. You need help lifting them.
I know they're heavy. They're heavy. You need to fly above them.
They should let them stay there so they can be admired.
Stolen.
I'd like to make a toast to the people who's always demonstrated a desire to be well-liked, reliable, faithful. They always have implemented to me, values of honesty, and they've always been generous. They've always sought extreme value, which I'm sure you all can attest to, and also being a hard worker. They've extremely been very good, working hard all their lives. They wanted me to know, they wanted me to always be self-reliant and to learn to live within my means. But not only, it's not just about me. There's always been a sense of sense of humor that there's always been a touch of humor.
Thank you for the example you have set for me and for all of us. You've taught us how to be responsible, how to enjoy life, and how to be a family. For this and more, thank you. And happy birthday. And we hope you had a terrific time today. Yeah, we did. Cheers.
Ingrid Bergman,
Hi.
and it was called I Remember
All
Mama.
right.
Several years ago, I started a little jar for my mother with little I Remembers in them, and I tied them up and put them in there so she could look in them and open them up and remember things that we've done and things that I remember. Some things that I put in there, I remember her driving me to and from dance classes from the time I was 3-4 years old, first with acrobatics, and then I moved to dance by the time I was 5. All through high school, actually my freshman year, she drove me back and forth from El Capitan because I didn't want to ride the bus.
That was fun.
It was fun. We had nice time talking in the morning, and she'd come get me in the afternoon, and it was totally pointless and needless because I did have bus, but
Thank God.
yeah, I didn't like it, and she was always
But
willing
Carrie
to step
doesn't
up.
like we don't live.
I could have known that about 23 years
ago. Mom, I remember so many things. I remember holding hands as we crossed the log in the Sierras, trying to keep each other from falling in the water, walking down paths also on camping trips, helping each other along the way. Daddy, I remember we were at La Jolla the other day, and I remember you used to carry me out in the waves on your back so that we could dive through and jump up over the waves when I was too little to do it by myself. And I also remember you putting me on the ground and watching me go tumbling back as I got a little bigger. But I learned a lot that way.
She learned not to go with him swimming.
I remember you taking me to the beach many weekends. I remember going to the zoo also many weekends with Mama, riding the carousel. I remember you taking me horseback riding because you knew I loved it so much. And eventually moving to a new place just so we could have horses. See, I told you.
Remember the trip where I took you guys on a hike?
I remember when Brian took me on a hike
scared
and
the
lost
heck
me.
out of them.
And lost me because he
that
was fishing.
terrible.
Super fun.
Brian, my very favorite cousin. We were up in the Sierras,
Yeah.
and Brian used to accompany us on trips, and he was always great to have along because then I'd just tag along with him and pester him for a while.
But it wasn't Brian then.
That was Barkley.
He was
Yeah,
Barkley.
We went out fishing, and we'd gone to a different stream. It was pretty rough. It was the beginning of the season, and we'd hiked along these trails, and I was, like this tall, and I didn't like to walk, so, mostly I was carried, but that day I wasn't. And,
Hence the name, Carrie.
Brian decided he was going to stop and fish. I think you actually caught one.
I caught a brook.
My job was to hold it, and I got bored, so I said, I'm going to walk back to everybody else. Whatever. So I walked back the miles and miles. Well, Brian didn't think I was going anywhere, I don't think. And he didn't get the memo. So
I got caught.
I was lost, but I kept that fish as I dragged it through the pumice, and it was a little dry by the time they found me.
She had drugged it through the pumice. And so this thing looked like a crusted salmon. By the time she got through it.
I love crusted.
Did you have to clean it?
No, I think they trashed that one.
The pumice cleaned it. It sounds like it.
Oh, watch that plant. I remember the cars that you have equipped me with, safe and sturdy at first. I called my first car the Thunderbolt because it was big, it had suicide doors and everything. I remember you making my life wonderful and blessed. And I appreciate every moment I've had with you. Cheers. Cheers.
I think there's a lot to admire with Jack and Betty. Certainly, they were always ready for anything, right? No matter what happened, they were always ready to help. And so maybe they did send Carrie to live with us. It started us in a good career in foster parenting.
And I learned to cook.
She learned to cook?
And not burn the bread.
No, she was good. She was good. She was trying to work and go to school and things like that. They're certainly very generous, as Brian said. When we were in graduate school, I guess it was, my memory's not so good, but Jack just gave us a car. Out of the blue. Of course, when I was test driving it, I drove over some glass. What are you doing? But I was getting used to an automatic transmission because I'd grown up driving. And I think most of all, they're an example of integrity, and they deserve the well-lived lives that they have. Here's Jack and Betty.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.